1, 2, 3. Beautiful. That's perfect. That's what happened. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the NBL1 coverage for season 2019 as we return to Diamond Valley Stadium this afternoon for round 4 coverage between the Diamond Valley Eagles and the Hobart Huskies. A bit early for me, but we'll get used to it as we're now doing 3 straight Sunday afternoon fixtures here at Diamond Valley Stadium. I'm Michael Thompson, as always joined by my expert. He calls every foul and shot to a T as he sees it as I speak. And I speak of Jamie Beaton. Jamie, good afternoon and welcome to the coverage.
Afternoon. I guess we should start off with happy birthday to Brianna Gregory. She turns 19 today.
She does indeed, and good way for the girls to get back into this one as well. Tough road trip up to Albury-Wodonga last weekend against the Border Bandits. Went down by 9. How do you see this going for the girls this afternoon?
Hobart are a strong team. The only game they lost was last week when they had 2 of their players up in the Opals camp. Kayla George has now gone and joined her WNBA team over in America, but they've replaced her with a star import. She's played all across Europe and in the WNBA, so I'm not sure there's going to be any drop-off there. It's going to be a great game. For Diamond Valley, we have Alex Wilson back, who will be taking over point guard duties from what I've been told. She reckons she's a bit nervous with her report she put in with NBL1, but I reckon she'll come out and kill it. She's an ex-Opals and WNBA player. She's veteran. She'll know what she's doing.
And also, Annalie Malley will not be in the side today due to 3x3 hustle commitments up in the Northern Territory as well. Also, I'm looking forward to seeing this girl as well, Shelby Sheslick, playing her first home game for us in season 2019. She debuted last week with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and spent 23 minutes on court against Albury-Wodonga.
Yeah, she adapted pretty well. I got to watch her in training last Thursday. She's big and she's quick. It's going to be great to have her and Hope in lineups together, and there obviously won't be a drop-off if one of them needs to go to the bench. She did well in her first outing, and hopefully she can get us a W at home.
I will say this, though, the girls did play well in the second and third quarters. Just Albury shut us down in the fourth, ultimately getting the win up in Albury-Wodonga. However, if you look at the stats from last week as well, we scored 38% from 2-pointers, 28 from 68 against the Bandits, and 6-16, 37% from 3-pointers as well. Free throws at 65%.
Yeah, we do have a bad habit of going through extended periods of cold patches, which is something we're going to have to work on for the season. But having Alex back would be a huge benefit for that. It's nothing better than having some veteran leadership out there when you go through the hard times.
And I think we'll go through the starting lineups for the females this afternoon as well, which we'll get very, very shortly for you as well. So stand by on that. We'll tell you exactly who's going to be on court as well. Also join us at any time as well over the course of the afternoon if you're watching it in Facebook, YouTube lands, depending on what works for you and what works best as well. Get in contact with us at all times and we'll give you the best coverage possible as well. Make sure you stick around as well, because not only do you get to see the females play the women's basketball in the NBL1, but also the men's basketball as well at 2 p.m. this afternoon as well. So tip-off not too far away. We did observe the last post as well for the Anzacs, and we do wish all those who have fought in the war, living past and present as well, for those who are currently still in active service overseas as well. We cannot thank you enough for everything you've done for this wonderful country of ours, and we salute you in every which way possible. The last post always gets me during the Anzac weekends, and it's always a great part to be part of as well, especially in person as well. And as Jay gets his bearings back really, really quickly.
So I've been given the starting lineups. For Diamond Valley, we have number 2, Kayla Brethington, number 4, Alex Wilson, number 11, Hope Turdich, number 15, Meg Krupe, and number 44, Shelby Sheslick.
Well, on the opposition this afternoon for the Hobart Huskies, they have number 6, Shana Thompson, number 9, Taylor Roberts, number 15, Josie Greenwood, number 19, Jacqueline Poss, and number 34, Ellie Collins will start on the floor for the Hobart Huskies in this one. So we are almost at the ready here for tip-off. Jay, I'm going to get a result from you now. How much and who wins this one this afternoon?
I think we take it out by 3 points.
Who's the highest scoring, do you think, on the court today? Who do you think is going to score the most points?
Oh, it's her first game back. Let's see what Alex has got in the tank.
So it's going to start here. Shelby Chesley to start in with Taylor Roberts. See who wins the tip-off as we count down to start round 4 here. Yeah. Chesley wins the tip.
Well, she is 6'5", so she's got a height advantage over most of them.
Whistle being called early on in this one.
This will be interesting to see how they run because Diamond Valley haven't had the benefit of running 2 low post bigs. Let's see what the offense has got.
Over to Bretherington. Bretherington to Turdich. Turdich over to May Krupi. She's a constable too. I found out May Krupi as well, so good on her.
We won't hold that against her.
3-point opportunity there for Ali Wilson, and ball goes out, and we
aiming for the photographer apparently.
And we'll head to the Huskies through number 34 for the Huskies in Ellie Collins. Now, I saw in one of her Insta stories, she actually went to the game last week, and I was like, mad respect as well, because Carlton are playing this afternoon as well against Hawthorn. I know that you've got reservations about who I support. Collins going for the 3 there, and she hits the first 3 of the afternoon, and the Huskies are off the board early. 3-0, 9:20 left in the first.
Yeah, after reading Alex's NBL1 report, it was interesting she chose Diamond Valley because as she gets older in her career, she wants to move down a position where lots of clubs were asking her to play the 4. She's going to be playing a lot of point guard and 2 for us.
Hope Turdich with the early bucket there gets us off the mark as well. So 3-2, 9 minutes left here in the first. Greenwoods. It's interesting to see the girls play as well. It's good to see Hobart joining the NBL1 as well. And not only being the NBL1, but also the Launceston Tornadoes and the Northwest Thunder as well in Tassie too as part of the expansion that hopefully the NBL can succeed in doing so over the coming years.
Well, the last 2 you named are a conglomerate club. The Tornadoes are the female side, the Northwest Tassie are the men's. They both have other like major league clubs, but only for their respected sexes.
Great stuff by Shelby Chesley because she gets her first points at home in Diamond Valley colours, which is great to see. But Thompson,
we're going to have to stop the 3. That's killing us to start.
Gets the 3, so it's 6-4, 8:23 left in the first. As I said to you, Shelby Chesley last week, 15 points, 4 rebounds in her debut game. Not a bad start.
Let's see if she can keep it up.
Wilson, good to see her back on court in season 2019. Bretherington for the 3. She gets it. Good hit there from Taylor Bretherington, and the Eagles hit the lead. 7-6 with 8 minutes left in the first.
Not sure if we've got Hope's complaining about sweat on the court, so we've got to get the floor wipers. We got our little team of the week, or affectionately known as Mop Squad.
Mop Squad. Good name for it. Good to see the juniors getting involved as well in something big like the NBL1.
Yeah, it helps build some community.
Absolutely, it does. So still early on here, 8 minutes left in the first. Eagles up by 1, 7-6. Here's Collins. She's trying to go further into the paint. Stops. Goes for an option. Layup there.
Yeah,
beautiful stuff.
Cut.
Great work there from Shana Thompson. Gets the 2 points. And the Huskies will retain the lead. Sheslick to Wilson.
Hope Turdich on the block.
Good layup there. Foul's
going to the line for 2.
Foul's been called, but she would have loved to at least get that 2 points. Hopefully go to the line for 1 instead of 2.
Yeah, you can see she's frustrated, but she's a pretty good free throw shooter, so hopefully she can knock both down on the charity stripe.
She's been doing fantastic so far this season, Hope Turdich. Her and Annalie Malley have been 2 of probably our best when it comes to shooting. The percentages is off the charts as well as Hope gets the first buckets.
Just gives us the lead.
By the way, the foul was on Taylor Roberts.
Taylor Roberts is their leading scorer, and she actually had a hell of a game last night. Where are we? They won 74-86 against Southern, and she dropped 21 points and 12 rebounds, so she's obviously a focal point of their offense.
Thompson couldn't get the 2 there, and great rebounding there from the girls. Krupi over to Sheslick.
Alex for 3. Oh, unlucky.
Off the rim and rebounded through the hands of Shana Thompson. She's going to try and go for three. She's trying to go by herself. Great rebound in here from Hope Turdich. Good grab.
We got a point forward, Hope Turdich, coast to coast.
Great run and caught it well there, Jay. Coast to coast stuff indeed. Hope getting the 2 there, and we're up by 3, 11-8 in the first with 6:38 left.
Yeah, you can't bite on that.
You cannot. Collins trying to go for 3 herself. Rebounds. And
here she goes again.
Can she go for 2 coast to coast? She's going to try and go all the way. Nope. She's going to hand over to Krupi. Krupi's going to go a bit further in.
Shezlik with the rebound.
Great communication, and the foul's been called.
No, 3 seconds in the key, offensive violation. She didn't make her move quick enough, and the ref penalised her for it.
You see the disappointment on her face too, Jay.
Their import for Hobart Huskies is making her appearance. Number 20, Shaniqua Green.
Or Nikki Green. I've heard so much about Nikki Green, reading up about her on the NBL1 websites.
Yeah, they posted that she's 28 years old, played in the WNBA for the Los Angeles Sparks and Connecticut Sun after a 4-year career at Penn State.
And Collins hits the 3 to tie things up in this one. So it'll be good to see what we can do in this. And here's Green.
Can't be missing layups.
That was her first rebound of the afternoon, Nikki Green. I think Shaniqua was going to be a bit of a stretch for me today, so I'm just going to refer to her as Nikki. Here is Green.
This is going to be a real interesting battle with her and Shelby.
Yeah,
Two
absolutely.
big physical ladies.
They both played at college level as well in America too, so they know how tough competitions like this can be, especially here in Australia. Bretherington to Turdich.
As I say that, Hope's making sure we remember she's out there as well.
Well, Hope's now up to 8 points. 8 from 13 so far for Hope Turdich, so good start for her. For 3 for the Huskies, it came from Poss. Here is Nikki Green. Green going to pass it back over to Poss. Poss is going to go for 2. She can't, but a great rebound in there from Ali Wilson, and she can break away through the middle of the court. Here is Shezlik.
For Ali, this is quite a special game for her to come back, especially as she's played her last few years over in Tasmania.
Here are 3 opportunity now for Finlayson. Finlayson could not get that.
Shelby with the rebound.
Great stuff there from Shelby Shezlik. Over to Bretherington. Hope keeping her paws on it. She'll pass over to Wilson. Shot clock at 7 here, Jay. Hope trying to barge her way through.
A little bit unsuccessful, but there seemed to be a lot of contact there.
Couldn't find the rim in the end. Collins.
She's pulled up a little bit funny. I think she'd be coming out for a sub quite quickly.
Yeah, she looks a bit tired.
I think it's more she's dealing with back and knee issues.
It's been plaguing her over the course of the season so far, as a bucket from Taylor Roberts puts the Huskies back in the lead, 15-13, and you can see Hope struggling a little bit.
Yeah, Jonathan Goodman's called the next sub. We've got Ivana coming in for probably one of the guards.
Right on cue. And I think Sophia Lacandro is also coming onto the floor for her first minutes. She is. Bretherington and our girl Hope Turdich is going to take a spell. Eagles down 15-13, 3:53 in the first. Here is Shezlik. Shezlik to Vasilejevic. She loves those shots and she hits it beautifully.
Vasilejevic played youth last night and lit it up there, so it's good to see her form still going.
I think she's been our highest when it comes to 3-pointers this season, if I'm not mistaken.
She's known for her accuracy from deep.
At least she knows where to get the bucket, which is always good. It'll be Sophia Lacandro to bring the ball back in from defense.
We got the two coaches barking at each other, and a foul is called on I believe that was number 19.
It's not a bad start to the game, actually.
Yeah, it's an interesting pace they're playing at.
Here is Lacandro. Lacandro over to Krupi. She's trying to find Shezlik. Good stuff there from Lacandro to pick it up. Great awareness.
Just rolled out.
Unfortunately, the rebound has headed over to the Hobart Huskies through Taylor Roberts.
Nikki Green doing work for the easy 2.
puts the Huskies back into a 17-16 lead with 3:06 left on the game clock. I was going to say shot clock, but the shot clock's at 15 seconds. Vasiljevic, love watching her play. He's Krupi for three. Hits it!
Nice little step back move there to create the space.
Good head from Meg Krupi. Basically saying to Vasiljevic, oh, you're not the only person on court that can hit those threes. I can too. Nikki Green trying to go with the layup.
She got fouled. I believe it's going to be on Shelby. Yeah. Shelby picks up her first foul of the evening.
Nikki going to the line for two.
Nikki Green's a very physical player, which is obvious already, so this is going to be a very interesting game in the battle of the bigs.
How do you shut her down? That is the question.
You've got to do your work early and get her out of the paint and get a body into her. You can't give her space to blow past you like she just did there, otherwise she's just going to feast at the rim.
That was a good hit from Nikki Green too. She gets the first of her 2 buckets. And perfect so far, 2 for 2, and it's all tied up at 19 all. Krupi for 3.
That one's off.
Looked way off from where we were sitting.
That's a blocking foul going to be called on Meg Krupi. It's her first.
And Collins will bring the ball back in through defense here. Over to Poss. Jacqueline Poss for the Hobart Huskies. Over to Thompson. Back to Poss. Over to Collins.
Can hear Christy Harrow yelling for the defense to pick up the shooters.
Great block there from Shelby Sheslick, stopping Nikki Green from getting the pass off there from Finlayson.
I don't think either coach is very happy with such a high-scoring first quarter.
Oh, they wouldn't.
However, it's good for us to watch.
Collins for 3, hits the backboard and the rim, and rebounded beautifully.
Krupi's away, 2-on-1 opportunity.
Krupi over to Lacandro. Lacandro can't get it.
Can't rim it in.
Great tap back there from Finlayson to Green. With the overhead pass over to Thompson. Over to Finlayson for 3. Made the distance, but hit the rim. So it is a fast-paced game here. 1:48 left in the first. Vasiljevic, she can shoot it from there. Sheslick. And I think she was trying to find Ali Wilson, but Collins
the idea was to get Ali to flare up to the wing, but Ali was trying to dive, which is a bit of miscommunication.
And Ali Collins was the last woman there blocking Ali Wilson, and unfortunately could not get the ball to her, which is why the Huskies will get the ball back in after this timeout.
Timeout was called by Huskies. COE pick up a win.
Yeah. Back here this afternoon. I was going to say tonight, but I'm still so used to us coming out on a Saturday night, but I've just realised, Jay, the next 3 home fixtures are all Sunday afternoon games.
Yeah, it means I got Saturday night youth games rather than Sunday afternoon youth.
So as we look at the other game that's playing at the moment as well, Melbourne Tigers are 21-19 up at the end of the first against the Kilsyth Cobras. So we'll be keeping you on track over the course of the afternoon for both the women's and men's games, as there's a few more games.
That's going to be a foul on Ivana. I believe it's going to be a shooting foul.
Well, you're my foul experts when it comes to this sort of stuff.
It was called as a shooting foul. Number 6, I believe it's Thompson, going to the line.
Indeed she is. So here is Shana Thompson. Successful on the first shot.
That gives them the lead, 20-19.
1:31 left in the first. She's on 6 points now, is Shana Thompson, after
Ali Wilson's picking up the pace.
2 successful free throws. Lacandro She's going to try and find Shelby. Yep, Shelby's going to use her tall frame. Can she get a shot in? No, she can't.
Nikki Green picking up the rebound.
Oh, Finlayson almost dropping the ball, losing it. Back to Green, back to Finlayson. Finlayson over to Poss. He'll pass it to Nikki Green, and she'll use it. Shots. Doesn't get there. Lacandro.
Creepy bringing it up.
She'll pass now over to Ali Wilson. Wilson for three. No, she can't.
But little Creepy got the rebound in the paint.
She's going to go back to three-point territory. Right mind was to Lacandro. Collins with the layup shot.
The pass was a good idea. It was just a little badly executed.
It was a good idea at the time. I don't know if it was a good idea in general.
It was just poorly executed. The idea was right.
Wilson slowly trying to get herself into the game. Sheslick trying to fend off two. She's calling for a foul. She's not going to get it. As we head down to the last 20 seconds of this first. Collins.
The shot clock is off, so they can hold it for the last possession.
So we're at 12.7 here in the first. And the Huskies will take a lead heading into the end of the first here, Jay.
Jonathan Goodman's going to have to be careful. Don't want him getting a quick tech.
No. Because the last game we called, actually, for the women's, both coaches were teched.
The referees are just questioning the clock.
They're happy with 12.7? No.
I don't know what they're complaining about. The shot clock isn't active. I think there was a bit of a miscommunication between the three refs.
Yep, as it normally does. Hobart will retain possession.
They're running a variation of curl from the looks.
The girls have to run the gauntlet in this last 10 seconds. Shot there from Poss. Misses.
Ivana's
Here we go.
Have to put it up.
Vasiljevic. Wilson. Can she go from deep? No, she can't.
That would have been a nice way to finish.
That would have been almost Damian Lillard style deep there.
Not quite the same move. Right, we're going to go into quarter time down 23-19.
We'll be back very shortly with the second quarter here on NBL1 between Diamond Valley and the Hobart Huskies. We're back here for your Sunday afternoon between Diamond Valley. Now we're back.
Players are just retaking the floor.
23-19.
Goodman's kept with their original starting lineup.
Everyone keeping us well hydrated as well, which is always good.
Yeah, the committee look after as well.
God bless the Diamond Valley Eagles community. They look after us commentators very, very well. So we start this second. What do they have to do in the second here, Jay?
Most of the issues Diamond Valley are having is the miscommunications because we've got 2 new players out on the court that haven't played with the other ladies.
Yeah.
So that's going to come with time and reps.
Here's Hope.
We've just got to hit a few buckets. We're missing everything.
We're missing everything at this point in time. We've had all the attacking prowess in the first 30 seconds of this contest.
We managed to shoot 30% in that first quarter.
And I think it would be probably a lot less now in that first 30 seconds of that second. Collins. Over to Post to Green. Back to Collins. She's going to go for 3.
Short.
That was very short. And Bretherington will see that ball go out, which is always good. So Kayla to bring the ball back in, as she does to Ali Wilson. The Vasiljevic to Hope. It's good to see Hope back on courts.
They've called an off-ball offensive foul on number 44, Shelby Sheslick.
Not a good start for our American import.
No.
Second foul called as well for Shelby, so she's going to be a little bit careful because the last thing we need is for her to be fouled out.
Can't afford to pick up another one.
Not at this early stage of the game either.
I'll tell you what, Nikki Green's got some sharp elbows and she's just been called for the offensive for it.
So it'll be her first foul, Nikki Green.
Yeah, she elbowed Hope in the face.
I did see that. I think Hope was just waiting for the referee to say something. Thankfully she did.
Yeah, but the last thing I need is Hope doing it on the other end and picking up a foul.
Because we don't need that. Hope over to Vasiljevic. She's in range. To Ali Wilson.
It's going to be an interesting battle with Hope and Nikki.
Hope is going to go for the 2. Very short, Shelby.
Stays Diamond Valley ball, though. Came off number 34,
so
Ellie Collins.
So Hope will go to the line for 2, thankfully. I think Shelby was
No, it's just out of bounds.
Oh, out of bounds. I thought that was what Shelby was alluding to as well. And a bit of a curse there too, because that ball has gone back into the palms of the Hobart Huskies. Sushana Thompson to Nikki Green. Green over to Finlayson. Back to Collins to Finlayson. Green. Looking forward to that battle over the course of the afternoon. Poss.
Ali Wilson is not happy about that foul.
No, she's not.
Shooting foul, so number 19, which is...
Jacqueline Poss.
She will be going to the line for 2.
The 24-year-old guard for the Huskies. Taylor Roberts was good last week as well for the Hobart Huskies.
Yeah, she's their top scorer and rebounder. However, I think she's going to lose her rebounding mantle to Nikki Green by season's end.
Well, Ellie Collins was also worked hard around the floor too for the Huskies. 18 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists for the Huskies last week against the Tornadoes. So we see Hope.
This is a very physical game, which was quite surprising for me. That's another foul picked up in the paint. They've called it on number 20, which is Nikki Green.
So it's Nikki Green's second.
Hope Turdich is really getting into that ref, though. She is not happy.
It's more physical than what you thought it would be.
Yeah, as I said, there's a big battle of the bigs down there with Taylor Roberts and Nikki Green going against Shelby and Hope.
Well, Goodman's gone with 2.
Physical.
I was going to say John Goodman's gone with 2 talls as Shesley tries to...
Well, you've got to match up, and Hobart are playing with 2 true bigs, so we have to as well.
And at the moment, that's Shesley and Turdich who are going to be the 2 talls for us. Where you've got...
I think you'll see they play a lot of minutes tonight.
You've got Roberts and Green being the 2 talls for Hobart.
3-second offensive call, Diamond Valley ball. Don't usually see 2 of them a game, yet 2 of them a half.
Vasiljevic comes off the floor for a breather.
I believe that's Krupi coming back on.
Yep, Krupi's back on court as we speak. Wilson over to Bretherington to Krupi. She'll be watching her beloved Carlton Football Club later today. Wilson to Sheslick. She was trying to go for the fake of the 3. Over to Bretherington, and
who drew a foul, which I wouldn't mind seeing the replay of that one.
Fouls popped up on the screen here.
shooting foul, so she's going to the line. And Ali Wilson's coming over to get some instructions from Christy Harrower.
Well, Willie Joseph was actually asking whether Shelby travelled there because...
Well, Shelby came up onto her tiptoes but didn't actually lift her feet, so she didn't quite travel, but it does give the appearance of it.
That's what I think he was alluding to. Fortunately, Bretherington couldn't get any of the buckets in. So the score line is still at 25-19 with 7:14 left in the second. Thompson to Green, to Finlayson, to Roberts, to Green. Grasping it out.
They've got to do their work early with Nikki Green. If you let her get sealed in the paint, she's going to eat you for breakfast.
Sheklik is struggling a little bit against Green. I know Lacandro is going to come back onto the floor here, and Sheslik is going to be taking a seat.
We're down by 8. We really need a stop and a score.
We do. This could be one-sided if we're not careful. Roberts.
Well, they're using their advantage in the paint very well, but we need to front the post and have a back help instead of just trying to keep Nikki Green straight out the paint.
Kept the rebound was Thompson. That's 2 rebounds.
You also can't give up 2 offensive rebounds in 1 possession.
And the shot clock expires. So the Eagles will get the ball back.
The refs looked like they were about to call a foul as the shot clock expired.
And Greenwood makes her way back out onto the floor for the Huskies, and Nikki Green takes a breather. So good advantage for the girls now to hopefully get a few points while Nikki Green's on the floor.
Ideally, you want to front that straight into Hope and let her go to work against the smaller Greenwood.
Lacandro over to Wilson.
As I said, that Hope's ceiling.
Krupi's going to go for 3 here, and she hits it. Exactly what we needed. Put it back to 5, 6:10 left, 27-22.
It's nice to see the crowd starting to fill out on this cold day.
Well, apparently it's sold out capacity for both games, so I'm looking forward to seeing how packed it's going to be a little bit later this afternoon.
Yeah, I think with the game being so early, some people are coming for the second quarter.
Yep. Roberts gets the 2 there for the Huskies. It's good to see the grandstand filling up as well.
I imagine by halftime it'll be full.
Yep. Bretherington.
They've called another foul in the paint. This one will be on number 15, Greenwood. Hope Turdich is drawing those fouls down there.
That'll be Josie Greenwood's first foul of the afternoon. Opportunity now. Krupi to Lacandro. Lacandro, she's going to shoot.
Post moves, and she drew her foul. She's going to the line for 2. I believe that's on number 9.
Good opportunity for the 18-year-old from Rosanna East.
The foul was drawn on Taylor Roberts, number 9. That puts Hobart in the bonus, so all fouls will lead to shooting.
Well, good start with a hit there, so first bucket in of that free throw. I was going to say we did shoot at 65% last week against the Border Bandits. And Lacandro goes 2 for 2 there.
Peterson will be coming in.
Draws it back.
Like Bretherington's taking a break.
Kayla Peterson with her first minutes of this afternoon's game. So our free throws aren't too bad. Not sure what their stats are now in regards to our free throws. Great steal. Here's Turdich.
Let's see what Hope can create.
Hope hopping on one knee at this point in time. She's trying to go with the layup shot. And, looked brutal. Roberts. Going to the face of Lacandro.
Referees are conferring. They've called foul on number 12. And they have teched Hope Turdich.
Hope frustrated. She's not happy right now.
It might be the ref is coming to explain to Jonathan what the tech foul was for.
Roberts going to get the shot here.
It's a tech foul, so there's no lineup. It's 2 shots and possession.
Look at the stats for Hope. She's on 8 at the moment, as Roberts can't get the first bucket in.
Yeah, all of Hope's 8 points were in the first quarter.
Roberts will get the bucket for the second, though. So it's at 30-24, 5:18. Collins will get possession of the ball back for the Huskies. Just Hope needs to calm down just a little bit here.
She's frustrated with the amount of contact that she's being forced into.
I think she knows.
They've called a shooting foul. I believe it's going to be on Michaela Peterson. Not Michaela. Yeah, I was right.
Peterson.
Michaela Peterson.
So you know these girls.
I said it right and then confused myself.
Thompson will be going to the line. She'll hit the first. We also saw Hope as well rallying the troops as well, just sort of telling them to sort of get their heads together a little bit because we're down by 8 with 5:12 left in the second.
Ali Wilson directing traffic.
Good to see Ali Wilson back on the floor this afternoon.
Krupi's looking for it and Peterson's open.
What's Peterson going to do? She tried to find the bucket. She couldn't find the bucket.
Yeah,
and it's been rebounded.
She forced herself under the
And it's been
backboard.
rebounded. Thompson's going to go for 3 here.
And that's off.
Thank
However,
God
Roberts
that didn't go in because it would have hurt Collins. If this, it's going to hurt the
Hope
Eagles.
draws the rebound and she's going to go out on the break.
And looks like that Bree Gregory, the birthday girl, is going to have her first minutes very, very shortly on the floor.
Yeah, she had a hell of an evening last night in youth. So I guess basketball is her birthday.
Great stuff from Hope Turtage there. She's up to 10 points and it's back to 6. John's like, you're going to stay there, Bree. Shelby's going to take a bit more of a breather.
I think he's realised Hope's managed to calm herself down so he doesn't need to sub her out.
Yep. We're down by 8. Hope is going to try and get this. She does.
She probably should have drawn a foul there, but she still managed to get the bucket.
Coast-to-coast stuff on both
and
teams
she's
here.
been called for the foul there.
Ellie Collins gets the 2 points as well, and she's going to go to the line for 1.
The foul's on Peterson. Yeah.
It's a second foul, 2 of the quarter. Timeout's called.
For Jonathan Goodman. We will be back in a second. And we're back into the second quarter. Jonathan Goodman is sorting out his girls. And we're going to start with a lineup of Hope, Gregory, Ivana, Ali, and Meg Krupi. Collins is going to the line for 2. Both teams are in the bonus. So let's see what we can get in the last 4 minutes of half.
Collins will hit that. It's now to a 9-point lead for the Huskies. The girls are going to be near perfect now, shooting-wise.
Yeah, they need a stop and they need a couple buckets.
Turdich was trying to find Greg. Couldn't find Gregory at the end.
Yeah, she got stuck halfway between wanting to shoot it and wanting to pass it.
So Jacqueline Poss back on the court for the Huskies. Over to Roberts, back to Poss. Poss now going to go for a shot, and she does.
Yeah, it was a nice looking shot.
That's going to hurt a little bit. We're down by 11. 3:27 left in the second. Wilson to Vasiljevic to Krupi. It's going to be a long 20-minute break at halftime.
Bit of birthday nerves.
It's going to be a long break, yeah, at halftime, I'd say, for John Goodman and the Eagles.
I think it'd be a longer break for the people he's going to be yelling at.
Collins.
You can't give up backdoor cuts like that.
Great stop there from Hope. Stopped Roberts. Opportunity now, Vasiljevic for 3.
Short.
Good intentions, gone begging. Hope goes to the floor. Wilson to pass.
The lead's now at 13, and Shelby shall be coming back in.
John Goodman putting
Number
out all the stops here.
19, pushing foul, which is now a bonus situation.
And Shelby Sheslick will come back out on court, and Hope Turdich will take a breather.
Let's see if Ali can get her first points in the NBL.
She's frustrated a little bit, Hope Turdich, and understandably why as well, because she has been targeted all game. Ali will get her first points. Cuts it back to 12. As the lights come on completely here at Diamond Valley. It's a bit more brighter now in here.
Yeah, well, we have sun lighting as well, and the sun's come out. But I think a good target for the girls is to cut this lead to 5 before half. If they can get it to 5, they know they're in a good place to start the second half.
Yep, Collins.
She's going to spin.
And she'll hit the 2 there. Vasiljevic. She's going to try and go herself. And yet Collins to Thompson. Great block there.
Shelby got the steal.
Great block there from Krupi too. You've got to give props to Krupi there for the block. Stop what could have been a problematic thing for the Eagles. Sheslick to Vasiljevic.
Yeah, Diamond Valley could really use a bucket. Stop the bleeding.
They can, 100%. Sheslick tried to go for one.
Gregory's going to put it back, and that cuts it to 11.
And the birthday girl gets her first 2 points of the afternoon. Stevenson.
You can't let people blow past you like that, though.
Try to go with the layup, and Collins.
Diamond Valley ball, turnover for the Huskies.
Had about 3 fingers on that ball there.
Timeout, Goodman.
11 points, 43-32 here at Diamond Valley Stadium. Back in this one, 43-32, Huskies lead, 1:46 left in the second. Jay telling me that he's in for the long haul here this afternoon, and tonight he's playing as well.
Yeah, we got the domestic comp after this. Krupi's bringing the ball up.
You got Lucas Kaff's little brother playing with you tonight as well, which should be fantastic. And Thompson
seems to be an inadvertent injury there.
She's in a bit of pain there. Willie Joseph's going to have to try and sub her out as much as she can. Roberts.
Shelby's looking for a point guard to pass to.
At this point in time, it looks like that the Huskies will have 4 fit women on court. Thompson's still feeling the effects of that.
I think that's one she's just going to have to tough out.
Vasiljevic for 3, hits it.
Oh, she's got a beautiful release.
So Ivana goes to 6 points and cuts the margin back to 8.
One more stop, one more bucket, and we're back at that 5 points. That's long.
And the Eagles will get the ball back with a minute to go. Goodman yelling out instructions as he should.
He's setting up an on-ball screen to start the play. And they have fouled Ali Wilson again. She will be going to the line. I don't think she quite realized it was already a shooting foul.
I think she wanted to do the Damian Lillards and shoot from half court.
Yeah. Problem is, there's only 2 of them in the world, him and Steph Curry.
Yeah. We're so lucky to have Ali Wilson playing her first game this afternoon, and she's now gone to 3. So all 3 points have come from free throws. Ali Wilson, another.
The ref has counted the bucket, and she is calling a pushing foul on number 6.
Shana Thompson.
Which is interesting because they gave them the ball, so the foul the pushing. Yeah, she's called equal rights pushing, so she's just given them the ball afterwards and not actually called the foul. Very interesting.
Collins, Stevenson, back to Collins. They're going to try and go into the paint here. They do. Roberts rebounds her own ball. Try to rebound again, won't do so. And a foul's been called. And it'll be Taylor Roberts who will be shooting at the line for 2 as Hope comes back on court.
Shelby's going to take a breather. And Ivana is taking instructions from the coaching staff. I presume it's to be setting up a last possession play.
2 points, 2 fouls for Shelby. And Roberts hits the first bucket. Puts it back out to a 7-point lead. The girls have pushed hard in the last 90 seconds, Jay.
Well, they've cut the lead to 8.
It was 13 at one point. Wilson.
They can get 3 or 2 quick 2s. Be a nice deficit to go into half with.
You got Wilson. She's going to try and go herself, is she? Shot clock down to 10. Passes over to Hope. Hope's going to shoot here, and that's very short.
She's not happy with herself. The shot clock will not be in effect as there's only 19 seconds left. Let's hope Diamond Valley can get the stop and leave it at 8.
Collins to Thompson. Shot clock not in effect, as you said, but the game clock is down to 11, down to 10. Thompson to Collins. They're going to milk the clock here.
Yeah, they're going to shoot for the last possession.
Yep. Collins is going to try and go into the paint. She can't even hit the 2. And that concludes the first half of round 4 action between Diamond Valley Eagles and the Hobart Huskies. The girls are down by 8. It's 45-37. We'll be back very shortly with the halftime show and the second half. We are back. Thank you so much for sticking around. And welcome to the halftime show, which is always very short because tip-off or the reconfirmation of the new tip-off will be again very short. I don't know what I'm talking about. Jay, you continue.
Yeah, it's just a 10-minute break for the ladies, well, and for the men as well. Some key stats.
Yes, stats. Beautiful. Give us some key
Hobart
stats.
out-rebounding us 28-21.
Yep.
They aren't shooting great from 3, and they're shooting 40% inside, but 90% at the line. We're actually shooting better than them. We're just putting up a hell of a lot less shots. The captain, Ellie Collins, is leading their team with 13 points at the half.
Poss. It's going to be good to see up close what the girls can do in this second half. And Poss tried to go for a 3 early on that one. Rebounded by Sheslick, and she passes off to Wilson. Long range throw to Krupi. Krupi to Turdage. She's going to go for a first shot. Again,
Turdage really needs to see one of those go through the net, otherwise their confidence is going to drop.
That shot was way off again from Turdage.
It's interesting the refs haven't picked up the Thompson shirt isn't tucked in, though. They had a big yap about that at quarter time.
And the 3 points there, I think it was from Greenwoods.
Yeah, it was. Shelby's clearing out.
So it's 11 points now. Shelby trying to go her own, and she does. She gets her first point since the first quarter.
I think Shelby's just going to have to be patient with her work down low. She's not going to out-muscle Taylor Roberts.
There is Roberts. Tried to shoot there. Failed to do so. Turdage
going with the point forward again.
Coast to coast up on Hope Turdage.
Hope Turdage, Diamond Valley's new point guard.
You calling that right now on the spot?
I don't think Ali Wilson wants to give up her position too
No,
much.
I don't think she does
I can't
either.
see Ali Wilson wanting to play down in the block on Taylor Roberts.
Speaking of a block, Hope tried to go for the block there, and unfortunately we got the foul called on her.
Hope needs to be careful. That's now her second.
I think Ali wants to say to Hope, you know what, you stick to, you being tall, let me do all the shooting stuff. You do all the blocking and rebounds, let me do all the shooting.
If it only worked like that.
Roberts' first shot was off.
Girls have cut it to a 7-point margin. Roberts is now 8.
So it's not too bad. It's a deficit you can come back from, definitely.
Need a quick stop and a quick bucket and you're back in it.
Krupi over to Sheslick. Sheslick to Wilson. Here's Bretherington.
She's drawn the and one. She's going to the line.
She gets the much-needed bucket for the Eagles, and they've cut it back to 6. And if she can get this point here, it'll be back to 5.
Foul was on number 15, Josie Greenwood.
Exactly what you needed to kickstart this third. 8-18, 49-43. Fortunately, that shot was a bit off from Bretherington. Hope will get the rebound, though, and it's back to 4 points. Hope goes up to 15.
Interesting
16,
to note, that foul was actually on Jacqueline Poss, and that's her 4th foul in the third quarter. Which isn't possible because she's not on the court.
No.
But the foul was attributed to her.
Yeah, it was. Bretherington over to Turdage. Shoot for 3 by Ali Wilson. It hit the rim, and that was rebounded from Collins. Collins to Greenwoods. To Thompson, but great steal there from Hope Turdage. She's going to pass it over to Bretherington, and we'll get the ball back in the nick of time as Nikki Green is about to come back out onto the floor, and Josie Greenwood to take a breather for the Hobart Huskies. Thompson. Sorry about the small delay there. We're just...
Nikki Green and Shelby tied up for a jump ball.
We're slowly getting fed, which is always fantastic when we get fed. Got to feed your talents.
Got to feed the monkeys in a cage. It's good to see a lot of the male team turning up early to support the ladies.
Definitely stick around with us as well, as the men's will take on the Hobart Huskies as well. Now, double header. And
who's down?
That's Hope.
Hope Turdich got hit off a screen and she's not getting up.
It's not good. Lacandro is about to come onto the floor. Hope is struggling to get up here.
Yeah, she's been battling back and knee problems all year, so
It's finally
one of those is going to have to manage it. She's just told the team manager she's okay. I think she just needs a breather and she get back out there.
Yep. Her face has gone a bit purple as well. As I said, she's working extra hard, working overtime, putting her body through so much stress. As Krupe will bring possession ball back in.
Hobart is a physical team. And they've just been called for an out-of-bounds ball, so it is Hobart ball.
So Thompson with the ball. Over to Collins, back to Thompson in three-point territory. This is where they'll love to thrive here. Collins for three, and she'll hit it.
Ali Wilson in the lane with the floater. It doesn't quite drop. But it is Diamond Valley ball still.
So we Krupe to Vasiljevic. She was in territory there for herself. Krupe in the paint. And rebounds.
They're going to call that foul on Krupe.
And Roberts is going to be the one to get the foul called on, but Finlayson's going to be the girl to bring the ball back in. Play for the Hobart Huskies. Thompson to Collins.
Collins squared up for it.
Hits the three.
It's now drawn the lead out to 13 points.
Same margin it was halfway through the second. And Collins with the layup. Oh, good block there from Sophia Lacandro. Great block. It's the last thing the girls need is for the margin to go out to 15 points because it gets a bit tougher from there. Finlayson, Roberts over to Nikki Green.
She's going to drive base.
She drops Lacandro.
She's being called for an offensive push-off. She really is wrecking these girls.
And Lacandro's down now.
Hope will be coming back on. Nikki Green's got to be getting close to getting a tech with some of these pushes.
She's been getting away with a little bit of it, which is
well,
not right.
To be fair to her, I think it's just a more physical game over in America.
Yeah.
And she's only just come over and adjusting to our style of play. But, yeah, she is a very physical, imposing lady.
She's very intimidating as well when she gets out on court.
She's definitely going to be an asset for them all season long.
Vasiljevic.
Isolating Hope into the post. Triple teamed.
I would have thought Vasiljevic would have gone for the three there. And the frustration again on Hope.
She's not happy.
No, she's not. Margin still at 13 points. We see Thompson. Passes over to Collins to Nikki Green. Short pass over. Back to Shana Thompson, who will pass it over to Roberts. Roberts will shoot. And the margin now out to 15 points, 60 to 45, 5-11 left in the third.
The girls need a bucket. They need to see something go through the hoop.
Vasiljevic being a bit critical with her three-point work. And Shelby Chesley trying to go over the top, and the foul's been called. We brought back in by May Krupe. We're not in the bonuses just yet, are we, Jay?
No, no one's fouled too heavily. Hope Turdich has drawn her foul on Taylor Roberts. She'll go to the line and hopefully she can see something go through the net.
So for Hope Turdich, she's on 16 points. She's working a little bit overtime with her body at this point in time. But this is to hopefully cut the margin back to 13 and to give the girls a bit more momentum swinging their way. They need everything to go right for them right now. Again, commentators curse because Hope misses the first. Hope needs this bucket. She can't even get it.
Once you miss a few, yeah, mental side of shooting starts to get, you start overthinking it. She's going to have a rough night, I think.
Collins to Thompson. Thompson the green. And it's another 2 points. 62-45. And the influence of Nikki Green is really showing on court for the Hobart Huskies, isn't it, Jay?
Yeah, it made me laugh. The entire NBL1's going, oh no, they've lost Kayla George, like they're not going to be as strong, and then they end up replacing someone with someone just as good. Not many teams can survive losing a star player and still get
another star player
back. They
look like they're just gelling on court at this point in time as well, the Huskies.
Called a defensive holding foul on red 5, Ivana. Timeout, Diamond Valley.
A good thing as well, John Goodman has got a lot to say because the girls are down by 17 with 4:17 left in the third.
Back.
62-45. And Thompson loses the ball, so
stays Hobart ball. Came off Ivana's foot.
Here's Collins. And
still Hobart ball.
That was a deliberate throw there from Collins off the knee of Ali Wilson.
Yeah, she was running out of time to get it inbounds.
Finlay Centre, Nikki Green. Good tap there from Turdy. She can go all the way if she wanted to. Can she get it? She'll rebound her own ball, though. But she'll lose the possession as well.
No, it stayed Diamond Valley ball. I think the ref sort of gave the possession rather than the foul.
So we make Krupi to bring the ball back in. What needs to go right for Diamond Valley now to get back into this one, Jay?
Hope needs to get a bucket. She's just being physically out-muscled and it's affecting her.
And a three there from Shana Thompson. So Thompson goes up to 12 points now for the game. Sharing the same points as Taylor Roberts.
Oh, Ali, nail
Wilson. She'll get the three.
There we go. Ali's looking at it like, what? I can't hit a layup, but I can hit a three.
That's what we exactly needed.
Cuts it to 17. Shelby with the rebound and Ivana's out on the break.
Here's Vasiljevic for the Eagles. She'll pass back. Ali Wilson for three. Yes!
This is where the veteran leadership of Ali Wilson comes in place.
Wilson standing up.
The steady hand to guide the ship.
6 points in the last 30 seconds for the Eagles, and they've cut it back to 14.
One more stop and they're back in this.
Collins, they need to do something here. Momentum with the Eagles. They'll get the rebound, will they?
They're gonna call the foul on Hope Turdich, which is gonna be her third. Subs, Brianna Gregory is coming in. And
Hope is coming off
Hope
court.
is taking a breather.
Defense indeed. 14 points, 65-51. Sheslick versus Green. Green gets the ball. She won't get the bucket though. Here's the girls' chance now. Ali, she's on fire in the last minute. Sheslick can't get it, but Gregory will try and keep the ball in. Last touch from the Huskies, and
I swear that bounced on the line.
And the Huskies will get possession of the ball back. Collins will try and go into the paint. She'll pass back to Finlayson. 3 opportunity from Collins, and Collins sinks the 3 for the Huskies.
Yeah, Diamond Valley need to string some stops together, hit a few shots.
Sheslick to Wilson.
Stop the bleeding.
Wilson did stop the bleeding temporarily. Vasiljevic for 3. Just missing. She's normally good from that distance as well, Jay.
Yeah, she is a shooter.
Collins trying to go for the 2. Gregory will get the rebounds. And Wilson will try and go for 3 here to try and stop the bleeding temporarily. She can't get it. Rebounded
maybe
there.
An ill-advised shot.
Rebounded there from Collins, who's going to try and go coast to coast there. Silky smooth stuff from Collins. There's Green, now to Thompson. Thompson going to go into the paint. No, Finlayson's going to try and go for the deep 2, and she'll get it. So the margin at 18. Couple threes before the end of the third would benefit the girls a lot at this point in time. Gregory gets put to the ground and will pick up a foul.
To the line for 2.
She'll need to sink those as well.
Ali's trying to get some instructions out of Jonathan Goodman, see what the hell she can do to stop this lead.
Here is Brianna Gregory. She'll hit the first. Been a bit quiet this afternoon as Brie Gregory. And Gregory again. Beautiful stuff from Brianna Gregory. This is Poss. Jacqueline Poss is back on court for the Huskies.
Jacqueline Poss is playing with 4 fouls, so that'll be interesting.
And Shelby's been called for the foul there on Nikki Green.
She's complaining that she had to jump into Green to get out of the way of those elbows, but I don't think she's going to get fouled with a ref.
So it's a 3rd foul there for Shelby Sheslick.
This third half has not been pretty for Diamond Valley.
No, it hasn't. Good start, though, for the third. We cut it down to as little as 5 points at one stage in this quarter. Just unfortunately, the bleeding is profuse at the moment. And Green misses both of those shots, so opportunity now for Diamond Valley to hopefully try and sink a 3 in to cut it back to 13. We're down by 16, 69-53. There is Ali Wilson to Sheslick.
The ref just missed a blatant push by Nikki Green.
The physicality of Nikki Green is impactful in this game so far, and you're seeing why. Greenwood.
It's a little bit like the Andrew Bogut. You just sort of get away with things.
Here's Green. Green versus Gregory, and Gregory had no prowess whatsoever to try and beat Green in an
that's
instant.
not a matchup we want very often. The
Not at
size
all.
differential
No.
is massive.
Margin at 18. Gregory's going to try and get a 2 late.
It's a very late whistle from the trail ref. On white 15, and because of the bonus, we shall be going to the line.
And it'll be Gregory to get the 2 points here.
We desperately need these.
Well, all her shots have come from free throws in this game, and she continues that. She's shooting at 100%.
Cuts it to 17.
There's always one shining light, and Brie Gregory's that, because she's 6 for 6 for free throws at the moment, Jay.
There's 5 seconds left. Diamond Valley really can't afford a bucket here.
Oh, good stop.
Shelby got the stop, and it's going to expire.
And they're not going to get the bucket
We're
either.
going to go into 3/4 time, 71-55, down by 16.
We'll be back very shortly with the 4th, and hopefully the girls can retain some sort of possession and some sort of stranglehold on this game. Back in the fourth. Gregory to bring the ball back in, possession-wise to Krupi. So Diamond Valley need a early three, I'd say.
That certainly wasn't it.
Turdich turned the ball over at the end. Finlayson. Over to pass to Nikki Green. There is Finlayson. To Thompson. But a great steal there from Shelby Sheslick. Her endeavour's been brilliant today. Those 1%ers will pay off. That whistle has been called, and a travel from Brianna Gregory, so the Huskies will get the ball back.
Definitely not what we needed to start the fourth.
9:22 left in the fourth. 71-55 is the score. Let's have a look at some stats as well really quickly. With Thompson for the three, won't hit it.
Well, Diamond Valley's biggest issue is they're shooting 32% overall, 29 on twos and 39 on threes.
That's not good.
No. Hobart are shooting mid-40s for everything, so they're outpacing us in that area.
Krupi, shot clock at 3. She needs to go now. She needs to shoot. And the time expires.
Blocked by Nikki Green to expire the shot clock.
I think Krupi was aware of how long was left on the shot clock as well. So small costly error from the Eagles.
Yeah, there's been a lot of them tonight.
Something definitely to work on for next week's game. Green for the Huskies. We'll try and get the two. She can't. Hits the rim.
That's a shot we'd love Nikki Green to keep taking. Getting her out of the paint is a massive advantage.
There's Nikki stealing the ball from Hope's grasp. Over to pass to Finlayson, but great stuff there from Bree Gregory. He'll tap it off to Wilson. Wilson goes for a bit of a run. There is Sheslick. She's going to go for two.
They just can't find the bottom of the net this half.
No, they can't find the bucket at all, which is not help. It hasn't helped at all over the course of the afternoon. Thompson, Finlayson to Nikki Green. Back to Thompson. She's going to shoot it for a deep two. It will hit the rim and rebounds again. Gregory to Krupi to Wilson. Back to Gregory. Over to Sheslick. Shelby. Her frustration shows everything.
Shelby's just asked for a sub out.
Yep. She can't deal with this at the moment. You can see on her face, she just can't handle it anymore. she's done for the day, it looks like. It's not nice to say, but it's just the body language is not, at that 100% that you want it to be.
Just dropped the ball off her knee for another turnover, and Jonathan Goodman has called timeout to talk about the mistakes.
And there's been a lot of them today, unfortunately, from our girls. Thompson trying to barge her way through.
They've called travel, and Jonathan Goodman has waved off his timeout.
Eagles will get possession of the ball back.
He did wave it off, but they've already called it.
Goodman's like, what?
Okay, so they've allowed him to wave off his timeout. Everyone's a little bit confused.
We'll see Peterson come back out onto the floor. Chesley to take a break. Krupe also taking a bit of a breather as well, with Bretherington back also out on the floor.
Yep, watch Bretherington have to run a little bit to go get the ball.
Here is Wilson to Peterson to Gregory. Over to Bretherington. She's had a quiet one today as well.
She's going to end up at the line.
So small window of opportunity here for the Eagles to get back into this one, Jay.
Well, they need to get some stops, plain and simple. They need to stop missing silly buckets. They need to stop taking ill-advised shots, and they need to get some stops. And they certainly need to make their free throws.
By the way, 94-62 Kilsyth over Melbourne Tigers in the other game that's happening right now. And Launceston is up 57-48 against Waverley.
Not any surprising stat lines there then.
Collins over to Green, to Poss, back to Green. She's had a great first game for the Huskies.
She played last night, but
I'm sorry,
first weekend.
First weekend here.
She played against Southern last night.
That's right.
Southern.
What was her stats last night?
She didn't get many minutes because she's trying to get her flow in, but she seemed to be doing quite well.
She's had a bit of an impact on court today against our girls. Roberts for a deep two. It'll hit the rim and into the breadbasket of Bretherington, who'll go for a bit of a run. Over to Turdich. Hope's going to try and
really use one to go in.
And a foul's going to be called here.
It's called jump ball, which means it's a turnover.
It's exactly not what you wanted.
No. I think Hobart were quite lucky to get a jump ball out of that, though.
Nikki Green trying to go for something miraculous. She's still got possession.
She's going to go to the line for two. I believe the foul's going to be on Gregory. Yeah, Brianna Gregory.
It's not what you want. As Thompson comes back in, and Finlayson will take a seat for the Huskies. Green will hit the first bucket.
She missed the second, and Hope corrals the rebound.
Well, the Huskies are on the road again next Friday, Jay, as they take on the Bendigo Braves, with the women staying at 6 p.m. and the men staying at 8 p.m. Meanwhile, next Sunday, we bring the Ringwood Hawks. This is my local, actually.
Yeah, well,
Gregory.
It's not far from here, so it will be interesting to see what the crowds are like. How many Ringwood supporters turn up?
Make the half an hour, 25 to 30 minute trip up here.
Yeah. About halfway between here and Kilsyth, if I remember.
Yep. Peterson over to Bretherington.
Hope Turdich is not happy with the flow of the offense.
Shot clock is at 4. Bretherington goes to the floor.
She's going to go to the line for two. Fouls on number 6, which is Shana Thompson.
It's at 19. Bretherington will get the first bucket, though, to cut it back to 18.
They really do need to cut it back quickly if they've got any chance of getting back in this game.
Window of opportunity slowly closing for our beloved Eagles this afternoon, Jay.
I think at this point it's more about trying to find positives from the game because a win's not looking likely. Yep,
Collins to Green, trying to use her enforcing body to try and rebound off herself. She can't. Wilson, Gregory. Green looks like she's holding the ribs a little bit. Turdich, she'll try and get the 2. She can't. It'll be rebounded there from Collins.
Turdich just can't get anything to drop tonight.
She's on 16 points. Still quiet on her end.
They've called a travel, so it's turnover and Diamond Valley ball.
It'll be good next week to get Annalie Malley back in the team. I think Hope's missing her shooting partner.
Yeah, I think they could all use another hot hand.
There's Bretherington. Over to Gregory. To Peterson. Back to Wilson. Wilson hasn't had that bad of a first game. How would you rate her performance this afternoon?
She's just getting going. She's trying to work out her flow of the offense. She's also changing her position than what she's used to. So overall, she's done well. She just hasn't been, a standout.
2 rebounds up until 3/4 time. She's seen on 10 points as well. Not too bad for 3 here for Wilson. Would have topped it all off a little.
Basket. White 15, I believe.
That's
which
Greenwood.
Is number 5, but as I mentioned earlier, there was a foul. Number 19 got called for it. There was a foul that was attributed to the wrong player earlier, which is why she's now fouled out.
That'll be Jacqueline Poss, who is fouled out for the game.
Yeah. So she's now fouled out on a foul that wasn't her own.
Bretherington going for a bit of speed here after the Wilson shot. Lacandro can't get the rebound for the Eagles. Green can. Thompson now going for a bit of a run for the Huskies. Over to Roberts, and Roberts will get the 2. Margin at 19.
Ivana's going to check back in for the Eagles.
Bretherington to Gregory. Good there from Lacandro. Back to Wilson. They're in 3-point territory there. Peterson, not going to be adventurous. We'll pass it to Gregory, who'll be a little bit closer. And a rebound there from Shana Thompson. Wilson pushed out there by Roberts. Over to Thompson, who'll go for 3 and hits it. Margin at 22 now, 79-57.
The girls have dropped their heads. They really just need to find some spark of energy to get back in this. If anything, just take some positives away in the last 3.5.
There needs to be a few positives to take away from this game. Lacandro has been fantastic today, I think, in my opinion. She gets the 2 points. Thompson is going to try and go for another shot here, and she does.
Thompson can shoot, I'll give her that.
So Lacandro 1 end for 2. Thompson will see that and raise her a 3. Margin at 23.
Come on, that pass was telegraphed. They need to get their head up. Ivana's coming on, and Ali Wilson's taking a breather.
What are some other positives you can take out of this game, Jay, for the women?
I think the biggest positive is they are starting to build chemistry with 2 new players.
With Wilson and Sheslick in the team.
Yeah. And next week we're bringing back another player.
Yep.
So, and we bring back Annalie Maley. Next week we'll be back to full strength and hopefully we can get a win. Right now we've just got to find a way to get the ball in the bucket because nobody can find the bottom of the 2.
Gregory with the 2 there. Here is the Huskies through Roberts, and she's going to get the 2 herself.
You can see why Roberts gets a lot of points in the paint. The sheer size of her body, she can usually push players around.
Well, Roberts is up to 18 points for the game.
Yeah, she's putting some good work down low.
So is Thompson. Our best has been Turdis with 16. And Peterson gets the 2 there.
Peterson now makes sure every player has scored.
Roberts getting the 2 points there. So it's just a bit of back and forth here at the moment. 2 minutes to go in the fourth. The Huskies will get the W here this afternoon. As you said, though, Jay, there's going to be a lot of positives to come out of the Eagles team. Next week we'll be back to full strength, which is great.
Yeah, get another week of training under their belts, get some chemistry built, and hopefully next week's a bit of a better result. Now it would be nice just to get this lead under 20.
Shesleek, how would you rate her game today?
Look, she hasn't had a great game today. However, you can tell she's going to be a great player for us.
Absolutely, 100%
There's
she
been
will
some
be.
miscommunication, some lack of chemistry, and let's be honest, there's just been some really unlucky shots.
Collins for
I can't
3.
imagine she's going to have another game like that next week.
I was going to say, if you look at it too, it's all about putting the train wheels on, and then when you're ready to unleash Shelby Shesleek, you take those train wheels off. It's like riding a bike. Eventually it'll click.
Well, it's also for a centre or a forward. The point guard is a big determining factor for them, and having Ali Wilson run the point a lot, there's some chemistry issues there they need to iron out.
Margin still at 23. Now it's gone up to 25 through Taylor Roberts.
They used Jane Chalmers as well, which is interesting not to see her here.
Yeah. I was wondering where Jane Chalmers was.
I don't know if she was maybe just an injury replacement, because you can't keep injury replacements after players get healthy.
Vasiljevic to Lacandro. Lacandro will get 2 there. She's been good too, Sophia Lacandro. I've liked her game this afternoon.
On 6 points, and she's just doing a little bit of everything.
The 1%ers are coming in, which is great. Collins with the layup shot and gets it.
That's a bit too easy. They can't be giving that up.
So the margin's at 25. Bretherington would love to see the girls at least get some sort of 3. But they're going to try and stay within the paint, which is what Peterson does.
Well, I don't think anyone's shot's really falling, so they'd rather be shooting closer to the hoop at this point.
Yep. Margin at 22 seconds. Thompson tried to go with that, and
Thompson actually got whacked across the face. And
yeah, it looked like she copped a bit of a whack to the nose. Bretherington.
Then again, Bretherington just got smacked and didn't get called for that either.
Ball sticking with Diamond Valley, and Bretherington, the last 11 seconds of this contest, can bring the ball back in.
Honestly, I want them to shoot a 3.
Vasiljevic. She heard you, Jay.
Yeah, should have said make a 3, I guess. Diamond Valley ball, there's still 4 seconds. They could do it. Ivana needs to be aware of the clock and get moving, though.
Vasiljevic.
She's just going to dribble it out.
90 to 67.
And that will wrap us up.
Congratulations to the Hobart Huskies. They outmatched our Diamond Valley Eagles in this one, 90 to 67. Quickly, Jay, before we take a bit of a breather and reset for the men's game, who was your best player out on court for the women today?
I think you've got to give it to Nikki Green. She came in, it's her second game playing with them, and she just utterly dominated them. She used her length, her size, and her physicality to get what she wanted when she wanted.
And what would you do if you were John Goodman during the week before Wingwood next week?
Well, we've got 2 big bruising centres now that need to learn to play together with the shooters, so it's going to be a lot of training.
And we'll be back very shortly with the men's.